What's up, what it is, what it do, what it did. It's your boy, the voice of COD, aka Revolvo 11, aka Revolvo 12, aka the R, aka the man with too many damn names. Coming at you with a little free-for-all gameplay action here. And if you haven't noticed so far, the one that's doing all the killing is none other than, that's right, the R. Yeah, moving back over to my other account here, who needs fresh start when you got a fresh account. So double XP weekend, I'm just leveling up my account here because I noticed one thing, and it was the first thing that I unlocked after my first prestige back on my main account, and that was Dead Silence. Man, I've been playing with Dead Silence so long in free-for-all, I don't know how to play without it. It is really throwing me off to hear my footsteps all the time and this loud. Alright. I'm gonna let that go. But especially when you're unawareness, to hear your own footsteps, man, it is absolutely tough. Alright, I got you. Where'd the other one go? I thought they went in here. Wasn't there another player? Well, maybe protect yourself at all times there, champ. You took a knockout. So anyway, back to what we were talking about. We're talking a little basketball. Hey, hold that for me real quick. No? Okay, well, hold that then. See? Yeah, I know. It's okay. It'll be all right. So it's been a bad basketball year for me. Well, I can't say it's been a bad basketball year. I am a Chicago Bulls fan, so yeah, the Bulls had a winning season, but they missed the playoffs. And probably end up breaking up most of that team, and we'll be starting all over again. In college basketball, my team is a UNC Tar Heels. Okay, I can't anymore. I can't. Dude, Treyarch, bruh. Please, with the melee weapons, no more. I mean, I know you can't take the melee weapons in the game that are in the game now. You can't take those out. But don't add anymore. We don't need any more people with Ghost, Dead Silence, and a wrench running around the game. Oh man, sorry. Just had to get it off my chest again. So like I said, I'm a Carolina fan. I've been a Carolina fan before Michael Jordan. I remember when Michael Jordan was a freshman. Once again, I'm kind of showing my age here. But I was a Carolina fan before Michael Jordan. I'm from Virginia, and I kind of like going against the grain. When I'm growing up here in Virginia, everybody here liked UVA, University of Virginia, because they had this 7'4" superstar called Ralph Sampson. And I just got so tired of hearing Ralph Sampson, I just couldn't identify with it anymore. So I went out and I went Carolina. I liked the baby blue, the Tar Heel blue. So they've been my team, like I said, even before Michael Jordan. I've been a Bulls fan, once again, even before Michael Jordan, because long time ago in a land far away, there was this new thing out called cable. And so cable came out and gave us our first chance to see things other than network television. I don't even know if many of you can imagine that, just having basically 4 channels counting PBS, and that's NBC, CBS, and ABC. That was it. Fox came along later. I think I just finished high school or just about to finish high school when Fox came out. But that was it. We had those 3 channels as far as the 3 main broadcasting networks, and we had PBS. So when cable came out, we got to see a lot more around here in part of Virginia where I live. And 2 of the channels we had was Chicago's WGN. So got to watch a lot of the Bulls, and that's when I became a Bulls fan, because up until that time, everyone was Lakers Celtics. So I went with the Bulls. They looked like a pretty cool team. They weren't winning, but hey, I liked them. The other channel we had was WOR out of New York, so I got to see a lot of the New York Mets games, and that's how I became a Mets fan. And good baseball year in that we finally returned back to the World Series. Unfortunately, we couldn't pull it off. Congratulations to Kansas City Royals. They have been they've been pushing at that for the last few years here. So glad they got it done. Just unfortunately, it was at my team's expense. But we'll be back next year. But back to what we're talking about: basketball, the NBA. 2015-2016 regular season in the books now. And the team with the best record in NBA history is now the 2015-2016 Golden State Warriors. Why is there a home plate back here? There's a big upgrade home plate. I don't know. I don't get it. See? Right there. Anyway, they have the best record in basketball history, going 73-9. I'm going to slide in the home plate here. Save! And congratulations. I didn't think they would get there. I don't think many teams thought they would get. Many people thought they would get there, but they got there. I don't think anyone coming into this season thought that, man, Golden State could challenge the Bulls' regular season record of 72-10. But they did. They pulled it off. So once again, congratulations. And 73-9 is tough. One, because that's 82 games. And there are a lot of things that come into play during the course of an NBA season. Injuries, bad calls, being off, a player or two being off a night here or there. A lot of things go into the fact that you could lose a game. And sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce your way. Shot goes up, it doesn't go in, it's going to be a rebound. Sometimes that rebound just bounces in the weirdest places you can't get it. So there are a lot of things that you can't control in the NBA. So that's why the 73-9 is a heck of a record. And yes, you did take down my team's record. So I'm not salty about that. I didn't think they'd get there, even though they started the season, I believe, 24-0. I didn't think they would get there. And then coming down here to the end, as they were getting closer, I went, well, they still got 2 games with San Antonio. San Antonio will take them down. And I got faith. This is kind of like the closest thing to an undefeated season you can have in basketball, because no one will ever have an undefeated season in basketball. But this is the closest thing that you'll ever have to an undefeated season in basketball. And I didn't think anybody would beat that, but they took it down. So now the question is this. You've got the 72-10, 95-96 Chicago Bulls, and you got the 73-9, 2015-2016 Golden State Warriors. If, theoretically, they could play one another, who would win? Well, I'll tell you. And it's been fairly consistent. Oh man, new map here. Wait a minute. No, it's not a new map. It's just a map I never played. That's why I'm running into the wall. So, I'm sorry. The first DLC was, man, these maps, no, I'm sorry. They didn't make the cut. And it's not just me who feels that way, because anytime we're in the lobby and these maps come up for vote, the rest of the lobby doesn't vote for me. I mean, you'll see these maps sometimes get 0 votes, especially this one. And I don't know my way around this map. I just know one thing. Find the snow. Make your way to the snow. Generally, you can find the players in free fall. You can just make your way over here to the snow. All right, so here we go. But I do firmly believe the 95-96 Bulls would beat these Golden State Warriors. And it is not for personal reason, because that's my team. I'm trying to represent. No, I'm sorry. I let the numbers and the facts bear it all out. And the 95-96 Bulls were, they were the best that I've ever seen, and I have seen a lot. I'll put it to you this way. They swept Alonzo Mourning and the Miami Heat in the first round of the playoffs, lost 1 game to the Patrick Ewing and the Knicks in the second round of the playoffs, and swept Shaq and Penny in the Eastern Conference Finals. Swept them. Oh God, I'm lost. I am totally lost. I told you, I don't know this map. I'm looking for the snow. I just have no idea where the snow is. Found the snow. Gotta kill. cool. But the Bulls were extraordinary. They were the number one offensive team, scoring 105 points a game, which was exceptional back then because, once again, the league was driven by defense. And now the league is not so much defensively oriented. I don't watch too much of the NBA nowadays because there's no defense. There really isn't much defense being played, and I kind of miss that. The good thing about watching the NBA back then in the 90s, where you had some very good teams, but the struggle defensively is a big part of the game. It's like watching a movie. A movie's not good without conflict. There's less conflict nowadays in the NBA game. It's just, hey, who can jack it up the fastest, score the most, get the most ankle-breaking crossovers, things like that. But not much defense. There were shot blockers back then. There are no more shot blockers anymore. You had players who would average more than 2-3 blocks a game. You'd be hard-pressed nowadays to find someone who averages more than 1 block a game. So it is, wow, it is totally different. The times have changed. But then again, Michael Jordan, probably the greatest player in history, he did change the game, meaning that, you don't have to be inside out driven with a big man that your team is based around, like Shaq or Kareem or Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Tim Duncan. You don't have to have your team set up that way. You can go small ball. I mean, Golden State didn't invent small ball. The Bulls played a lot of small ball. When you think of it this way, you have Ron Harper, 6'6", Michael Jordan, 6'6", Scottie Pippen, 6'8", Dennis Rodman, 6'8", 6'9", and then they plug in whoever you like at their last position, which would generally be Tony Kukoc. But that was their version of small ball. There was no real post player besides Michael Jordan at 6'6". And that's what made them extraordinary and one of the better defensive teams back then, which we already said they were number one offensive team. They were the third-ranked defensive team. And they were that good because all they had to do was switch, and that's all. And that's what they did. That's why they were so successful. Just switch. A lot of NBA also nowadays, and even back then, screen roll. You run screen roll against the Bulls at crunch time, you're going to get a switch. All right, let's see. I don't want Michael Jordan on me. I want to run this switch. Now I got Michael Jordan off me, and I got Dennis Rodman on me. Or let's see. Let's run screen roll. Hey, I've got Ron Harper off me now, but now I picked up Scottie Pippen. Defensively, they were great, and that's where the difference would be between these two teams, no matter which era it was. Obviously, the Bulls were great at team defense, better at team defense than, say, Golden State is. But individually, they had 3 of the best defensive players in history on that team, and Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, Dennis Rodman. A lot of people forget Rodman ultimately finished his career at a power forward, but he came to the league as a small forward. He wasn't even 200 pounds when he came into the league. And on top of that, he led the league in rebounding. I think, about 7 years? I think it was 7 years in a row, including 95, 96. So they were the top scoring team, one of the best defensive teams, one of the best rebounding teams. They have the best rebounder on the floor, 3 of the best defensive players in all of basketball at the time. And you can see that in other sports. Defense is going to beat out offense every time. Check this out here. So, ooh, crap. There's a second one. I'm sorry. This poor dude just got destroyed. I mean, I had time to switch my gun, and I'm 1 hit away from death. And still kill him? I'm not dying again. I'm not going to die again after I respawn. How about that? But as great as Golden State and Steph Curry, sorry, I said Seth. As great as he is, and as great as the rest of the team is, Draymond Green, love him, great player. love his game. But Draymond Green against Dennis Rodman. And that would be the difference, is Dennis Rodman. Let's assume that Jordan and Pippen against Curry and Thompson, they cancel each other out. That's a wash. They're going to do their thing. The difference is going to be Dennis Rodman, what he brought to the floor every single night that earned him 5 championships before his career was over with. All right? Even though I don't know about Jordan going up against a 19th ranked defense in the NBA, and good luck with that one. But hey, Golden State, hey, I'll be watching, see if you can win that championship, get your repeat going. And hope you enjoyed this video. I wanted to do something a little different, talk a little something that's, I guess, my field of expertise in sports. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good day.